Most of us will agree that everybody needs banking services, but not everybody agrees that that means that we need banks. So what's the future of banks? What's the future of financial services? I don't have a crystal ball, but I don't believe that in the next decade or even decades, the banking landscape will look dramatically different in terms of the type of players. But there are very important differences. But there are new players, like neobanks. Not all of them will survive, but in unbanked areas, for sure, they address a real need. Secondly, embedded finance. Embedded finance allows non-financial players like e-commerce, like telecom players, to also offer banking services. So that means that the cake will be distributed by more and different players than what we've seen in the past decades. Banks themselves will change as well. We see less and less branches, and that trend will only continue. So the face of the bank is changing. On a technological level, there are also massive changes. Banks used to do everything themselves. That era is ending. New words like APIs, open banking, cloud are entering into the game. And a final point I'd like to mention is a new ecosystem. Whereas most players, most banks used to do everything themselves, thanks to open banking, thanks to APIs, there's a new ecosystem whereby banks are cooperating with outside players, with RT companies, but also with fintechs providing niche services. So yes, banks will remain, but there will be other players in the game as well, and they will work in a completely different way as ever before.